Hey guys, my name's Caleb, and in this video, we're going to be doing an update on Audius and all the latest things happening on that, which we had a very important event just happen and some really good results in my opinion. But before we get into that, my name's Caleb, and if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the notification bells so you don't miss out on all of the updates coming. And before we get into Audius, I want to give a quick market update. So as we saw over the last couple weeks, we saw Ethereum really blowing up. And now we're starting to see possibly the beginning of what may be a reversal of that. Ethereum rose all the way up to 0.05 of one Bitcoin. And now we see that Bitcoin is up 7% in one day. This is the first time in the last really month that Bitcoin has seen such a large growth in just 24 hours. And it seems like the rest of the altcoins are kind of following suit as well. So that's really good and healthy to see. I just want to remind everybody, be very careful in times like these. Cryptocurrency can be very volatile. Always do your own research before investing. None of this is financial advice. And without further ado, let's talk about Audius. So I've made a couple videos about Audius on this channel before. It is a music sharing platform where it's aiming to be decentralized, and the reason I say aiming to be is because it takes a little bit of distribution to be decentralized, but once it's fully decentralized, artists are able to connect with their fan bases in a way that previously has never been possible. So here you can see freedom to share and listen, giving everyone the freedom to distribute, monetize, and stream the unstoppable audio. So just like YouTube, this video you're watching right now, I get paid through YouTube ad revenue, okay, is how I get paid for the work that I put out on this channel. And whenever, advertisers play ads and pay for ads, YouTube keeps half and the other half they give to me. So the platform takes half of the revenue, right? That's how it works. And most, streaming services, even Spotify, all this, okay, Apple Music, all of that, there's always a middleman. And even with record labels, there's even more middlemen for artists. Okay, so there's so many, delegates in between the audience and the actual artist creating it. Now, Audius is taking out all of that using the power of blockchain and cryptocurrency. We're able to directly pay people for what they're contributing. Just like NFTs are, shaking up the entire world right now for digital artists, Audius is going to do the same thing for music artists and even podcasts. So it's very exciting. But as I talked about whenever we were peaking up here, there was an event right around this bottom, April 23rd, that I was a little bit skeptical of. And that event is right here. You can see this is the circulating supply. So just because, really quick, I want to kind of preface this by saying, even though Audius itself, I am a very big fan of, they're doing something that is radical and I think very, very good for, our generation. It's going to do very, very well over the next 10 years. As a token though, that is a whole nother, piece of pie. It is completely separated and irrelevant from the project itself, depending on how a project the tokenomics behind it is. Because if they don't do the tokenomics right and they just have an infinite supply, and let's say this just kept going up and up and up, then even though the platform might be really good, the tokenomics behind an investor standpoint of being in early on a token may not be there. But I don't think that they did too terrible on their plan here. Now, the one thing I was worried about, you can read this, it's on medium.com. It's the Welcome to Audio mainnet. Let me go up so you can see Welcome to Audio mainnet, August 23rd. I can link this down in the description for you guys, but it's a very interesting read if you're considering investing in Audius. It is definitely the best share I could see. You could see the entire distribution, and down here, where did it go? You can see the team and advisors had an unlocking event on April 23rd. Now, a lot of people were worried that as soon as that those tokens were unlocked, that we were going to see a really big sell-off from the team and the advisors. But we actually saw the exact opposite of that. You can see since March 27th, everybody was worried about April. I don't think a lot of people knew exactly when it was going to be in April, but right around the unlocking time, April 23rd, look how literally it's on that day, April 23rd, it bottomed out. I think people were just scared and nervous, and I was too. I mean, no one really knew what was going to happen once this was unlocked, because this was the first time we were going to be able to see the intentions behind the team and the investors. They didn't sell off, and that's very encouraging for me to see that the team didn't just take it and run and sell off completely. They're in it for, seemingly from this, the long run. They're not wanting to sell off their tokens yet. They believe in the value of their tokens long term. So obviously some of this was, recent price action is following the markets, but this specifically is very interesting that same day we saw a spike back up. So that's very cool to see. And it's, again, a big kudos to this team here. They're working on something that they all believe in very well. I follow some of these guys on Twitter, and they all seem to be very passionate about the project that they're working on. So if you guys haven't already, please take just a little bit of time and look into the project Audius. Follow the team, follow the Audius Twitter profile. They also, some other news, they just partnered up with, I don't want to say just partnered up, but the Graph just tweeted out a mainnet migration upgrade, announcing the first 10 subgraph migrations from the Graph's hosted service to mainnet. And the first one listed on there is Audius. So that's very exciting to see more and more developments and things happening. They're working on taking this thing full mainstream, and I'd like to see Audius one day take over decentralization through Audius, take over Spotify, Apple Music, and all that. Again, more power to the people. I think the artists deserve to be paid. That's really, at the end of the day, who we want to support. We don't want to support all the middlemen. We want to support the artists who are creating the music that we love, or the podcasts we love. So let me know what you guys think. Have you guys already looked into Audius? Is this the first time you're finding out about it? Let me know. Is there some other information you guys have read up on, or do you guys currently use the Audius platform? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this content, make sure you give a thumbs up. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.